a little late, but that's okay.
That's all right. Yeah, only 2 minutes. It's okay.
And you gotta go that.
Nice.
There we go. All right, let me pull it up.
Well, hey everyone. Yeah, we had 19 people ready to go. They were ready.
Oh yeah.
They're more ready than we were.
Well, I mean, we were 2 minutes late.
Yeah.
So.
Hello from colder weather, Michigan. Yeah, thankfully we are finally in the South. We're in Southern California right now, and it is so much nicer than up in the Pacific Northwest for winter. Now, what our outside thermometer says it's 61 degrees outside. It's a nice 71 degrees inside, and we haven't had to run the furnace at all, except for a little in the morning. But yeah, it's nice and dry here because we're in the desert, so all the moisture issues, the humidity issues are just gone, completely gone. And yeah, it's a lot nicer.
A little too dry though, because I have to put lotion on it every day.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
my hands are so dry.
Yeah, but if you had to choose one or the other,
I would choose dry.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I just got out of the shower and I had to put lotion on my face because I have like extremely dry skin, and it was like physically hurting.
Hey, hi Jeb.
Yeah, Jeb.
And raining and you, Matt. I was just texting him.
Yeah, well, we have somewhat of an announcement, I guess. You see, Jeb and Matt both have their names are in blue, which means they are moderators for us. So yeah, we've been able to recruit some more moderators. So hopefully they can be able to handle any negativity that pops up in the chat, better than we can, because we're too busy, just trying to pay attention to you guys and answer your questions. So everyone, thank you. Say thanks to Jeb and say thanks to Matt for being awesome enough to volunteer and be moderators.
Yes, I think we have one or two more as well.
Yeah, we do.
But obviously it's only as they want to come. So.
Yep. Yeah, we were able to recruit. Did we get like 5? 4 or 5?
I think we got 4.
Yeah, 4 more moderators. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. We're really, really thankful to you guys for volunteering and taking care of that. It's really good.
Yes.
Hello from Everett, Washington.
It's got to be wet there.
Yeah, that's where we just left. I mean, not just left, but
it's
3 weeks ago. Yeah. Gary's on. He says present and accounted for.
Hi, Gary.
Hello, guys. This is John Walker from Waterbury, Connecticut. How are you doing today? So I bought hers in the video description and thought that you guys were all having a ball. What's that mean? I bought hers?
I am not sure.
Well, we're doing well, John. Yeah. We're doing a lot better. Finally in warmer weather. It's much more comfortable here than up at Lake Tahoe, which is where our last video was. That was about 2 weeks ago, though.
That was cold.
Yeah. 33 degrees in Indiana. Yeah. Oh, hello from Fort Wayne.
Hey.
Yeah, Bill Porter. That's awesome. Nice. That's our hometown.
Yeah, 33 in Indiana. I'm surprised. It depends on what part of Indiana you're from, but I'm surprised it's not chillier.
Yeah. Hello, Adventure Kitty. Where is she? Oh, there she is. I think Jenny might be blocking her, yeah.
There she is.
Hello, guys. How are you doing? We're awesome. How are you, Traveling Buckeyes? Oh, Matt says I'm in spotty coverage, so hopefully it'll hold. I guess I do have another announcement. It's we hit our goal on Patreon of 100 patrons, and when we reach that, we're going to upgrade our camera equipment. That's once we kind of reached that milestone on Patreon, we knew that it was time to make a sizable investment in better camera equipment, because what we have right now is it's okay, sort of. It's getting the job done.
What's it called? Professional?
Prosumer.
Prosumer? Yeah, something like that.
It's like towing the line between professional and consumer. Honestly, though, the A6000, I think, since it's 4 years old now, maybe 5 years old, it's definitely on the heavier consumer side. It's not very professional, but it's a decent camera. But anyway, so I made the investment recently, and I bought a brand new Sony Alpha 7 III.
I'm surprised you're telling everyone.
I know. I got to, because it was such a face palm. And I got a new microphone, and I was really excited for all this. And then we got the camera, we picked it up, brought it home, and I started doing some testing. And it turns out it's just not a good fit for us.
No.
Because We are more of like a run and gun type of filming style. So for us, probably the biggest feature that we needed is good image stabilization. And the Sony Alpha 7 III has built-in optical image stabilization, but it
It sucks. It's awful.
Yeah, it sucks, unfortunately.
It might as well not even have it. That's how bad it is.
Yeah, and this is like a $2,000 camera. So we were like, okay, this is not what we thought it was. I admit that I didn't do enough research ahead of time. All of our cameras are Sony's, and I just assumed that since it says it had optical image stabilization, that it would be awesome because all of our other Sony cameras are awesome. So like, yeah, I was very mad. I was very mad. So we returned it, and yeah, now I'm on the hunt for another professional quality camera that's a full frame mirrorless camera that has good image stabilization.
He's on the hunt, but he's still mad about the Alpha 7, so he hasn't actually started the hunt yet.
Yeah. Well, we've had other things. We've been filming and visiting friends and trying to get videos out. Yeah.
I saw someone asked a question, and I think you already skipped it.
Oh, did I? Sorry.
Do we have any issues with moisture under our mattress?
Oh, well,
Judy.
You think of other announcements that we may have while I answer this question, okay? Yep. So yeah, Judy McDougal asks, do you have issues with moisture under your mattress? We did when we were in the Pacific Northwest for Christmas. We were there for about a month, a little over a month. And yes, we had condensation collecting under our mattress. We don't have any sort of pad under our mattress. But yeah, some condensation was definitely collecting under there. And we were afraid that, mold would start to grow or that it might ruin our mattress. Thankfully, though, when we left the Pacific Northwest and came down to the desert in Southern California, what we did is we propped up our bed, we propped up our mattress and jammed like a rolled up yoga mat to like prop it up, kind of like that. And we just left it like that for a full day. And it's so dry here where we're at that it just completely took all the moisture out, just being able to be propped up like that for one day. And I've even got a picture. I took a picture of our weird setup, and I'm going to post it to Instagram probably tomorrow. So yeah, you'll be able to see that. They do make some mats for like marine purpose, like for on boats that allow air to still flow under your mattress. And we even were considering getting one. And if we
stay where it's cold again, we're going to buy one before we get there. So
that
we can put it under the bed so that we hopefully don't have the same issue. Yeah,
they're not cheap though. They're right around $100, I think. So that's why we were like, okay, let's just hold off for now because we can dry it off in a little bit. And then, yeah. But yeah, if you're... Oh, sorry.
You were right here. There you go.
Yeah, all right.
You found your spot again.
Yep.
See, I scrolled
I know.
up.
Sorry. Thank you, Doug. Treaties. Doug S says, treaties for Sweetie. She was so cute in your Do We Miss a House video. She's so cute, just period. She doesn't even have to do anything.
She's very cute.
All right, there. I found my spot here. Well, this is for Doug and Sweetie, I guess. We keep all of our pet treats in the microwave. Kind of weird, right?
Well, we only use our microwave like once every other week.
All right.
Oh.
All right, Sweetie girl. Come here. All right, sit. Shake. Good girl.
Alright, you gotta give the kitties treats too.
Alright, I gotta give it.
Oh, okay, can I do it?
Sure.
Okay.
Go for it.
I want to show you guys, the cats know one trick.
There you go.
And it's just how they receive their treats.
Yep, go for it. I'm gonna show off. That's what he says.
Ow, she bit me hard.
Alice is a little aggressive, yeah.
She's a little aggressive. Alright, they get one more.
Yep, one more.
Can you just stand up? Oh, careful.
There you go.
Butters is so gentle. Okay.
Stephen Clay says, clap, clap, clap.
Hi. Okay, hi.
So Jenny, we've got a question. This question's for you.
For me?
Where can you get BLM land maps? Do you know?
I haven't straight up looked up BLM land maps, but they're...
Oh.
There's an app right now. The app that Austin designed. What's it called? Free roam.
Free roam. Okay,
Yeah,
that has a BLM.
Yeah,
like
the free roam map or app.
app.
You can. I think it's available on Android and iOS, but I'm not 100% sure. But they have an option where you can do map overlays, and you can do map overlays of just BLM land. You can do map overlays of just National Forest land and
check that out.
Stuff like that. So yeah. And then also, Stephen Clay.
He's on top of it.
He knows. He's good.
Yeah. Oh, there's another one of our moderators. Yeah, another
Stephen
one of our
Clay.
new moderators, Stephen. So yeah, everyone say thank you to Stephen. He's going to be helping keep the chat in line also.
Yes, but yeah, that's the website you can go to. Other than that, the only place I know of is that free roam app where there are map overlays and stuff.
Jennifer Masterson says, hello from Nashville, Tennessee. My boyfriend and I are ready to buy our first travel trailer. We've been learning a lot from you guys. Thanks for all you do. Well, that's awesome. Yeah.
That's so exciting. I'm so glad you guys are about to buy your first one. Are you guys going to go full-time, or are you just going part-time? Or
what are your plans? And do you have like a first shakedown trip planned? Mm-hmm. Some like nice little short trip just to work out all the, potential kinks.
Yeah.
She puts the lime in the coconut. Y'all are doing great. Keep living the dream. Well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're always so supportive on the live streams. Thank you.
Lucas Boyd, do you live in an RV? This must be the first time you've ever seen our channel, and the answer is yes.
Yep.
We have lived in an RV full-time for 2.5 years now.
Oh, it's over 2.5 now, isn't it? July, August. Oh, no. We've lived in it for almost 3 years. We hit the road 2.5 years ago.
Yeah, hit the road 2.5 years ago. We've lived in it in April. On April 8th, it'll be 3 years. Yeah,
so we're coming up on 3 years living full-time in our travel trailer. It's not...
Can we turn that off?
Yeah, well, it's okay. This is it, though. This is our home. It's less than 200 square feet. So, yeah, if this is your first time tuning in, this is where we live. And we're... Here, I can show you guys also our view right now from our back window. That is the view.
It's a little choppy.
Yeah, so we're just out on BLM land right now in Southern California.
Do you want to turn the booster on and I can bring the thingy over here?
No, we've got...
And I help the signal. It's super choppy.
I think that's just the phone. I think we have really strong signal. I think when you have strong signal, if you boost it, it's going to slow your speed down because now it has to go through the booster. It's one more thing that has to process. All right. So, yeah, no, I think we're good. I'm going to at least drop that down.
It's about to be dark, so might as well just close it.
Gary says patrons rule. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, we're so thankful for you guys.
Yeah. On that note, it looks like we have a lot of patrons watching right now, and you guys, when we're done with this live stream, we're going live on Patreon right afterwards. So, and then also for those of you guys that aren't patrons and don't want to join Patreon, but you want to see us live again soon, we're actually going to be going live again tomorrow while we're traveling, because we're traveling tomorrow.
Yeah, this is our last day on our site. We've been here for 2 weeks. We got to get the heck out. So, Steven says, hey guys, looking for a camper. Would you buy another Springdale? I'm looking at a 17-foot one, 2018, Weeki Wachee, Florida here. Okay. So I would definitely buy another Springdale. What do you think, Jenny?
I would. It's been a great little camper so far. The only thing that I regret doing is buying new. So I would buy used. And make sure you search around and you do thorough inspections on it, especially on a used one.
Yeah, don't be in any hurry. Yeah, if there's, just wait around. The perfect one will show up eventually, so just be patient. Yeah, she makes a great point. But I would definitely buy another Springdale. Yeah. This one, they're the cheap, economy brand for Keystone. So, don't expect... a lot of bells and whistles, and everything in it is going to be pretty cheap for the most part. But I mean, as far as what you get out of it for what you pay for it, it's hard to beat. If we would have bought a used Springdale, we would have only paid probably $8,000 or $9,000 for ours. but we bought it new, so we spent $14,000 on it, which still.
It was still an excellent price for how much use we've gotten out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's ridiculous how much you get for what you pay as far as these Springdales go. So,
real quick, I saw my best friend Megan is watching right now, her and her fiance, and I'm so excited because we get to see her in just a couple of months, and she's getting married. So everyone, please say hello to Megan and congratulations to Josh and Megan for their upcoming wedding. I'm a bridesmaid in it, so I get to be, upfront and personal and part of it, and it's going to be so amazing. I'm so excited. Also, hi, Megan and Josh.
Hello from Connecticut. Do you have recommendation on a 12-volt fridge? I wish we did,
we've only ever had the one.
Yeah,
so.
and it can be switched between gas and 120-volt AC, which never mind. Yeah, I wish ours had a 12-volt setting because some of them do, but ours doesn't. You guys are the best reality TV. Thank you. Thank you, Daniel.
Matt's talking about the camera.
Oh, honestly, I think what you have been using is plenty good. Yeah, it would just be really nice to have one that had good image stabilization also. Because if you notice in all of our videos, whenever we're talking to the camera, we're stationary. I would like to be able to walk around and move around while also holding the camera.
And then also there are some moving shots that David does where he slows it down. We can only do half speed on the camera we have, so we can't go down to like 120 frames a second or anything like that. So like when he does like slow moving shots, he has to redo it like.
I do it like four or five
times,
just to make sure that one of those takes is smooth. It would be not like a pan or some sort of moving shot with the camera.
Sometimes even just still shots if he has to hold it like they're not perfectly still. So
yeah, so I would like to. It would be nice to have something that image stabilization, so I would never have to redo those shots.
What?
Oh, Jeb said later. I was saying if he had to go or something.
Oh.
But yeah, we are definitely going to be investing in a new camera, something with image stabilization and hopefully a full frame image sensor. What? A hello from Keystone. Oh, why would it do that?
Because we're close to the end already.
Really?
Probably.
No, I don't think we were.
Weird.
Oh, man.
There it is.
Okay. Hello from Keystone Heights, Florida. I just found you about a month ago. We just bought a 27 BHJCO J-Flight G2, used but in excellent condition. Getting ready to start some test runs soon.
That is
fantastic.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's exactly what you got to do. You need to just be patient, wait around. Don't be in any hurry to buy that used one, and just keep looking. Every day, every week, keep looking on used online. Like RV Trader and those types of sites, you'll find it eventually, that perfect one.
Yeah. Steven says, did you say where you are? We are in Southern California.
Yeah.
We're leaving tomorrow, though.
Yep. And that's as narrowed down as you're going to get. Yeah. Oh, Steven says, we finally went full time and gave up our apartment. That's awesome. Congratulations, man.
Congratulations. That's so awesome. What will we do if our car broke down? Well, right now, and for the foreseeable future, we always pick an area where we're camped at where we have signal. So normally we'll be able to call a wrecker and give them our exact GPS coordinates of some sort in order to get out there and help us out. However, we do go places on hikes and down trails where there is no signal. And in that case, we just wait to flag somebody down, probably.
Or you walk to signal.
Signal. Yeah, one of the two. It's the same way if you live out in the middle of nowhere where there isn't good signal and your car breaks down. It's going to be the same scenario.
So. We're not too worried about it, though. Our truck's really reliable. So the only thing that would happen is probably the battery would die. We've got a battery going out right now. So, but we have a generator and we have a battery charger. So if the battery died, we'd just pull the generator out and the battery charger and just charge it back up and fire it up and then immediately drive to AutoZone and buy a new battery.
Yeah. Job's doing some work.
No, all right.
Do we remember Powers Hamburgers?
Yeah.
And Coney Dogs in Fort Wayne? Yes.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh
Sure do.
man, I love Coney dogs.
Yeah, Coney Island's really good. Big hello to Sweetie laying on the ground behind you. Oh, she's right here now.
Oh yeah, she's over there now.
You look run down, girl. Are you run down?
I just got over a cold.
You're
but
tired too.
I'm super tired today. It's because
Go drink more of this.
This is caffeine. Where we're staying right now, it has been windy, and I mean insanely windy, like gusts over 50 mile an hour, like every 2 or 3 days, sometimes as much as like 4 days in a row.
Oh yeah, the wind here has been awful.
And I just can't sleep.
Yeah,
I can't sleep through the wind. So
yeah, last night we had 50-mile-an-hour gusts. I don't know if you already said that.
Yeah, over 50.
And yeah, it's just shaking the trailer, and yeah.
And it sounds like it wants to rip our solar panels off, and it's banging the chain on the hitch around, which is right by the head of our bed, and it's just so loud and it's so annoying. And like, even if the sound of the wind doesn't wake us up, it rocks the trailer, and we
Big
have
time.
Stabilizers down, and we have
X-Shocks.
and X-Shocks,
Yeah.
and so it's super stable in here just walking around. And so when the wind picks up and it hits the face of our trailer or the backside of our trailer and it just rocks it, it literally is like someone trying to shake you awake in your sleep. So it's just like, it's bad.
Yeah.
So if I look run down, it's because not only am I getting over a cold, which I haven't been too stuffed up today, so that's good. But also because I got very little sleep last night.
Yeah. Scene Sprout asks, or he says, I'm researching my solar build currently and was wondering just how far does your 400 amp hour battery bank get you? He's got 400 milliamp hour, but it's definitely 400 amp hours is how big our battery bank is. Me and my wife will probably end up with the same power usage as you. So my wife and I, Jenny and I.
I'm just not here.
Yeah, I know.
It's
my
fine.
other wife, no.
Your other wife.
Jenny and I, the reason we need, so 400 amp hours is huge, and that's still actually not big enough for us. We would really like to have 600 amp hours, but it's because we're running 2 of these beasts of laptops,
In order
a lot, yeah. So we're on those, sometimes
like 10 hours a day.
Yeah, and we've got 2 of them. So Jenny is over there working. I'm working too. And so when both of our laptops are going at a time, we're pulling 30 amps. So yeah, it draws a lot. And we also run our fridge off of electric when we have a lot of sunlight, and our solar panels can keep up the slack. But it's when we're still on our computers come nightfall, that's when we really start draining. So if you plan on running computers, like 1 or 2 computers a lot, or if you plan on doing a lot of computer gaming, then yeah, you're definitely going to need like 400 amp hours or more. But if you're not going to be on high powered laptops, like if you're going to be on a regular, like nice thin, low draw laptop, then you don't need 400 amp hours.
Yeah, they said they'll be running 2 laptops as well. They do photo and video, or he does photo and video, and she'll be working full time from hers. So definitely wants to run the generator less. Yeah, 400 amp hours should be really, really good for you.
Of lithium.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
it's not lithium, then you have to have more.
You divide it in half. Yeah, if you're gonna have lead acid batteries, then your usable amp hours is cut in half than what it would be if it was lithium. Yeah, you're probably going to want 400 amp hours, and we have 800 watts of solar when we have our expansion panel out, and 670, I said amps, I'm sorry, 670 watts of rooftop solar, and when we put out our ground expansion panel, we have 800 watts, so hopefully that helps you.
Can I, here, let's move this.
What? Okay, here you go, hand me that.
She's pushing me, so.
Oh, she wants to be a part of it. Come here, sweetie. Come here, come on. Well, there you go.
Are you on me?
Yep. Yeah. All right.
Alice just sniffed Butters. Butters didn't even look at her, and she pulled her face away like she was gonna get smacked.
Yeah, I know.
And then Butters actually turned towards her, and she's just doing that like closed eyes, like don't smack me. Look.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Jennifer Redfern says, I did buy a ventilation mat to put under our mattress in our motorhome. The mattress slides around a little bit, but no moisture buildup. Well, I think, no moisture buildup is definitely the most important thing. Oh, he says, seems proud. Yeah. And yes, thank you. I've watched your install like 9 times already. Oh, thanks again. All right, we're back.
Sorry, we lost you guys for just a second, but we're back.
I really love your guys' channel. It's inspired me to work hard to pay off my debt and house and try this out myself. You guys are inspiring. Thanks. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad. Awesome. Yeah, definitely, if at all possible, get debt free before you hit the road. It will make your life so much less stressful, and it will make you so much more financially flexible. So good on you. That's awesome.
What are the cats' names? The cats, the gray cat right there in the window, her name is Alice, the adventure cat.
Yeah.
And that cat right there, her name is Butters Scotch.
Just Butters.
Butters Scotch. And we like to call her the butt cat.
Yeah, because she is a butt.
Because she's kind of a turd.
Yeah, Butters is the one that was in the thumbnail image.
Yeah.
My 11-year-old and I are leaving for full-time living in 3 weeks.
Nice.
Congratulations,
that is gonna be so much
fun. Rich says, sit and shake are 2 different treats. Sweetie got shorted. Oh, man, I must be really behind. I'm like 16 minutes behind.
Yeah, you're really fine.
All right, we're going to start.
Just skim.
Like your campground reviews, the best out of any channel so far.
Well, thank you.
Oh, yeah, Tammy says, love that view. Oh, Tammy's on. Hey, Tammy.
Yeah, hi, Tammy.
Do your cats fight a lot? Our cats do, and I'm a tad concerned about them living in a small space together. How do you handle it?
Okay, our cats don't fight a lot, and I really don't know why they don't fight a lot, but our orange cat used to hate our gray cat, like, a lot. And what we have done to get them to not hate each other so much is when we feed them, they get fed right next to each other. And they both love food more than they dislike each other. Yeah. And so they've slowly but surely been being nicer to each other, I guess. And
I think we're in the tolerate stage right now. Alice likes Butters, but Butters does not like Alice. So if Alice gets too close to Butters and kind of gets into her personal space, then Alice gets swatted in the face by Butters. But they're slowly tolerating each other. Or Butters is slowly beginning to tolerate Alice more and more. And we're hoping that in like a couple of years they'll be buddies and they'll be snuggling together. That's the dream.
Someday. I saw somebody somewhere online said that it had taken their cats 12 years to get along. So I don't know. I don't have any advice for you for like living in a small space with 2 cats that absolutely hate each other, but our cats only kind of hate each other, and it's all right.
They're getting over it.
They're getting over it, I guess.
If you had Love to Drop says, if you had a choice, would you stay with a travel trailer or choose a 5th wheel or a Class A or C? We would stay with our travel trailer.
What if we didn't have to pay any more money and everybody else did all the decorating?
If money was no option?
Like, and literally just, it was perfect exactly how we bought it. If money was no option, what would we go for?
If money was no option, then we might try to find a Class B plus with a toad.
With a toad, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
But money is an option.
Yeah, money.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
So travel trailer.
So we're not going to be switching because in our opinion, it's for us and our personal financial reasons, it's a waste of money for us.
Yeah, so. Our travel trailer already, our current setup already works really well for us. So we just can't justify spending tens of thousands of dollars switching to a different rig setup. So we've had this conversation many times, and it gets brought up constantly. And we always just decide, we always come back to, we're probably going to be in this travel trailer until the walls fall off and, the roof tears off.
We're going to be in this travel trailer until we have to recycle this travel trailer.
Yeah,
it's probably never going to be sold.
Yeah, it's probably going to be, towed into the ground, and then we'll just have to scrap it because we'll have used it thoroughly.
The only time that's not going to be the case is if for some reason it lasts all the way until we decide to settle down and it's still in good enough shape that we can sell it at that point in time, then sure. But that's like so far down the road that like I seriously don't think the trailer will hold up that long. So.
Yeah. Pebble Creek Ranch asked, or he says, you make me walk around my house asking, how would I begin to sell my stuff? Did you have a huge moving sale? So no, we never had a like a garage sale or a yard sale. Craigslist was our best friend. Anything that was like worth any appreciable amount of money, we just listed on Craigslist, and we had a ton of Craigslist ads, and we were able to sell just about everything that way.
We sold most of our furniture that way.
We sold most of everything, like anything that was worth more than like $50, we sold on Craigslist.
I sold my car that way.
Yeah, and then anything that wasn't really worth very much money, like $10, $20 here and there, we just didn't really mess with. We just took it to the Salvation Army or the Goodwill and just donated it.
We could have had a yard sale because we did have things that we could have gotten money for, but in our opinion, it would have taken us longer to sell things that way than to just donate it and get rid of it.
Yeah.
And then we didn't have to worry about it.
Exactly. So yeah, the stuff that was like $5, $10, $20, we just donated. And then anything that was less than that, we just threw away. Like anything that wasn't really valuable, or like even donating it wouldn't have really any value. We had a sell pile, a donate pile, and a trash pile, and they were all fairly sizable. And a keep pile. Keep, donate, sell, throw away. Yeah.
Literally just like in our living room and dining room area, we had these massive piles.
Yeah, we have a video. One of our most early videos shows those piles.
It's either one of
the
our
one
first
where
3
we're-
videos.
Something like that. If I were to get you guys a projector for movie night, would I be able to send it to a PO box?
We don't need a projector.
I mean, yeah, we have we just use our laptop. But I mean, I really appreciate it though.
Yeah,
it's
we
really
really
nice.
appreciate
Yeah.
it. But yeah, we don't really have anywhere that we would hang a projector up at.
Well,
Yeah.
we do have we were kind of talking about that one spot.
Yeah, I guess we were talking about that one spot by the bed. It'd have to be a
I don't know
it'd
how
have
we
to be
would
like
receive
this
that,
it'd have to be like a tiny projector though.
Yeah. General delivery is how we would receive something like that.
Yeah.
Do we want to have him send us an email?
Yeah, you can go ahead and send us an email.
Yeah, David Sadie, sorry if I don't know how to pronounce that. Yeah, if you want to go ahead and send us an email so that we can talk, it is ourfateunbound@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm. We can talk about it more then.
Yeah.
But thank you.
Man, I'm
You're
so far behind. I know.
Still?
Sorry.
Wait.
We don't have any though.
This one, the second question.
Do BLM employees stop by to talk about the 14-day limit, or is that on the honor system?
For the most part, everywhere we've been, it is on the honor system. We have been to a couple national forests where they do actually come by. They don't normally talk to you. They normally just write some sort of information about what kind of trailer is parked there, or what vehicle is parked there, or like a description, or like some of them. We had one that actually drove all the way up, walked around, wrote down our plate number, and then got back in and walked away. But they never cared to come and talk to us. They were literally just writing down information to know who was there.
Mm-hmm.
We've never had anybody talk to us, and in most BLM areas, there have been 1 or 2, and we stay, I think, more on BLM land than in national forests. We have never even seen a ranger drive by, so it is mostly on the honor system.
Mm-hmm. How do you keep in contact with people you meet? Facebook mostly, or just Hangouts? I don't know. There's always some app that people prefer, and if we meet someone and we want to stay in contact with them, we just figure out whether they like Facebook Messenger, or if they like Google Hangouts, or maybe just text messaging. Exchange phone numbers and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So like Jeb, we text with him. Justin and Rose, we do Facebook Messenger with them. Who else? We have friends Sarah and Michael. We do Snapchat with them.
Oh, Snapchat's another one. Yeah.
It depends on
what the
other
likes,
person uses.
I loaded up and traveling says, I'm a Sony fanatic. Alpha 7 III is just about the best. It's true for photography, I found out, not for run and gun videography, unfortunately.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Have you ever thought about a class? Or Eric Gallimore says, have you ever thought about a Class A? Seems like a lot of RV YouTubers are changing rigs lately.
We have seen a lot of people changing rigs, and we don't have, like we said earlier, we have no plans on ever changing rigs. I think we've tossed around the idea of a small Class A before, but it's just not something that we would ever do because we go out to really remote, very like bumpy and washboardy areas that just aren't good for rigs like that.
High clearance is necessary.
High clearance mostly, yeah. So we would have to get like a raised Class B plus or.
And our travel trailer has pretty decent clearance too. We've only dragged twice.
And both times it was only the stabilizer jacks.
Front stabilizers.
And those are only $30. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're a little wonky now because they're a little bent out, but they still work.
We never replaced them. We were able to bend them back. But if they were to break, they're only $30. So.
Yeah, and when it comes to like changing rigs lately, I don't want to bash on anyone else, but Jenny and I, before we bought our rig, we just spent a lot of time talking about what we want out of our rig. We made like a priorities list of like, this is the most important things that we want our rig, or that like we're gonna buy a rig for, and we just spent a lot of time trying to decide on what we wanted, and we went back and forth between fifth wheel and motorhomes too. But when we bought our travel trailer, we were just very confident. It had been months of talking about what type of rig we wanted,
touring through them, having heart set on one, and then 2 weeks later finding something else where we're just like, actually this one's really good too, and it's like $20,000 cheaper. And so like just going back and forth for a long time until finally we were both just like, this, we want to hit the road soon, this is going to have to be it. Is this everything we want? And the answer was yes. And I was afraid that it was going to be too small, but
the space grew on us.
It
grew for us.
It feels bigger now that we've lived in it. So
Chuck Andrews says, would a $10,000 budget on a solar system be a reasonable start? Yeah, that'll get you an awesome setup and some big old batteries. And also, any solar purchases you make this year is eligible for a 30% tax credit too. So I think it begins to get phased out after this year. I think next year it's 26% and then 22%, et cetera, et cetera. What?
I think this is the second time he's asked that. You should mention that we have a whole video series.
Oh, yeah. Matt George said solar. More about it, please. So go ahead and check out our video playlists. We have an entire playlist devoted to a whole bunch of solar videos that we made, including our installation. So you can see everything we have and our thoughts on all of it. We made a couple review videos on like how we like our solar system on our RV. So yeah, definitely check out that playlist if you want more.
Do we have a gimbal for our phone for moving shots? No.
No, we don't have any gimbals. We only have the best thing to a gimbal we have is we have a Sony action cams. Yeah, one of them's right there. And they have incredible optical image stabilization. So, it's not digital stabilization, so there's no rolling shutter or anything like you get with a GoPro. These are awesome, and it doesn't even need a gimbal. I guess if you want it to be buttery smooth, a gimbal would be good, because when you're walking, you do see a little bit of like steps. But if you kind of walk like real smooth,
if you walk like a person that's trying to film,
if you walk like a weirdo, and you don't
walk like David walks when we're using it,
and you don't mind how you look to everyone else around you, which I don't, then it takes really smooth shots. Yeah. So yeah, we've been as budget as we can when it comes to our camera gear. So yeah, no gimbal. Maybe sometime in the future though.
Are there cheaper batteries for solar? I travel and work and want to build a small solar system to charge my devices without running my motor. There are cheaper, if you're talking about lithium batteries, then yes.
There are so there are cheaper battery chemistries.
Yes.
The cheapest you're gonna get for batteries is probably going to be about $800 for 100 amp hours. I think Battleborn has some of the best prices.
Battleborn has good prices.
And
yeah.
they do go on sale from time to time, especially if you see them at a show. They've got show prices. But I think about $800 for 100 amp hours is about what they go for. If that's too much for you, then just forget lithium and go with AGM lead acid batteries. They're not going to perform nearly as well, and you're going to need a lot more of them to get the same usable amp hours. But they're like $200 for 50 amp hours or so of usable. We made a video on lithium versus lead acid that you can go ahead and check out. If you just search Fate Unbound, lithium versus lead acid, it gives you all the information on that. If you're curious on battery chemistries, what?
She says her Forest River is in Linda Rainey. Says she has a 2006 Forest River, and even though it's still in good condition, it's looking dated. I want to paint the cabinets. What would you suggest? We have friends that we know of, and we know of other YouTubers that have also taken their cabinets and repainted all of them, including the doors, put new hardware on them and everything. And it looks really good. It really does change the look inside. And I'm hoping that when we're back in Fort Wayne that we're not so busy that we have to put off any more decorating. And I'm really hoping that we can paint the walls and cabinets while we're in Fort Wayne. So as for like my opinion on getting them painted, I think it's a great idea. Otherwise, if you're wanting information on what kind of paint to use, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Not a clue in the world.
Yeah, we're probably gonna go white just because it's gonna brighten it. I'm like, you can see it's sort of dark in here because
the cabinets are dark and the walls aren't white. They're like this gray off-white.
Yeah, if we got a lot more white in here, it would really brighten it up, and that's kind of what we want.
Yeah, that's what we want.
Eric Gallimore asked, are you guys using an inverter to run your laptops with 120 volt, or did you use a car adapter? Right now, we are using our inverter, but I definitely want to install some 12 volt plugs so that we can run them off of 12 volt, because you lose, every time you convert between AC and DC, you lose about 10% of power. So you got to convert from DC to AC. That's about a 10% loss. And then you have to convert from DC or from AC back to DC when it gets to your laptop. So there's another 10% loss. Plus, if you're just running the inverter for the laptops, that's another 4 amps that, just to run the inverter. So we would save a lot of power if we went direct 12 volt.
Which you've been wanting to do for months now.
That's been more than that. I just haven't gotten a chance to do it. There are other things that are higher priority that get in the way.
Alice is about to go chase butters.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, what was that? She's freaking out.
She's freaking out at the cats. Wait.
What?
What are our travel plans for the summer? Well, until the middle of June, we're going to be in Fort Wayne, Indiana, which I think we're going to have a meetup there because we're going to be there long enough. So if anyone lives around Fort Wayne, Indiana, or near Fort Wayne, Indiana, we're going to have a meetup there probably in May. And other than that, we're going to be booking it from Fort Wayne for about 6 to 8 weeks back to Seattle, Washington. I think we only have two stops that we can do, or 3 stops that we can do along the way, and we haven't fully decided on where we want to go. I think we want to check out Yellowstone. I would love to be able to stop there and check it out, but I don't know if we're going to be able to.
Listen to this. Philip says, my wife doesn't like the idea of a full-time RV lifestyle. Can you recommend a potent tranquilizer that will convince her to the contrary? Now, while I don't recommend drugging your wife without her consent, I will say that maybe what you guys should do is, if she isn't keen on the idea of full-time RVing, maybe rent an RV for the weekend. Take her out on a camping trip, somewhere that you think you guys would be visiting if you were full-timing, and see how she likes it. Maybe she just doesn't have the right idea, doesn't understand it.
Now, there's actually a website you can go to. It's outdoorsy.com. And you don't have to rent from like an actual like RV rental place. I think those will probably be more expensive. but there are people like around your area that have RVs, and there are all types of RVs that you could rent for a specific period of time.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll show you how to use it if you've never used one before. So you can always try that out. And other than that, David and I both already liked traveling, so the thing that got us excited about it was actually watching other YouTubers. So we were watching YouTube. We were already excited about it, but watching YouTubers helped calm our fears about it and helped change it from extreme anxiety and are we doing the right thing to I'm really, really excited about this. So that could help too.
I saw one pop up that I want to answer. Pidavio says, since you tend to camp in areas that have wind, have you ever considered adding an RV wind generator to help supplement your power needs?
We were just talking about that.
I was just looking into wind turbines, and basically I've come to the conclusion that it's not worth it because I would have to set it up and tear it down every time we move, and I would have to rig up something. I don't think I have anywhere on the roof of my trailer that is going to be stable enough to hold a wind turbine. And so that means I would have to have a pole on the ground somewhere, or I would have to like strap it to the side of our trailer. I don't know. I just like couldn't come up. Like I thought about it a lot and I couldn't come up with an idea that really made sense for us. It's like if I really needed more power, then I should just get more solar, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because if I get a wind turbine also, I'll have to have another charge controller for it too. I won't be able to tie it into the charge controller for our solar. So I don't know. It just didn't really seem to make a lot of sense for someone that's going to be moving all the time. Now, if you wanted to create your own power for like a house and you had a permanent wind turbine set up, go for it. You know, that makes a lot more sense than one that you're going to have to take, set up and tear down every single time. I don't know.
I think I saw someone say something about wouldn't that increase fuel mileage from wind drag? That's not something you leave up when you're traveling.
Yeah, you definitely don't leave that up when you're traveling. You pull the wind turbine down before you travel. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so that's a
good way to break it if you leave it up.
Well, yeah, not only that, but the way energy works is you're not gonna generate more power that gets sent to your batteries, then you're going to burn an extra fuel because of the wind drag from the turbine. So you're going to be at a net loss as far as energy goes. It's not free energy.
Yeah. Is that
one? Lisa Edwards says, hello from Indiana. My husband loves his television. Do you ever watch television? And if so, what do you use for signal? So we don't watch television. No. We don't even have a TV. We just use our cell phones and watch YouTube or Netflix or Hulu. And if we want to have a movie night, we set our laptops up on our bed. We just lay down in the bed with a laptop and we watch a movie that way.
Mm-hmm. And then we also have this, which it's a portable speaker.
Yeah.
It's a JBL.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's excellent.
It's our home entertainment audio.
It gets really loud.
Yeah, it does. I like this. Tony Kart Racer says, television, Lisa Edwards, blasphemy. The whole point of RV traveling is to get away from all of that. It's still sometimes nice to have a night in and just chill. Yeah.
All right, we have 9 minutes before we have to.
Is that right?
Yes.
Wow.
We've already almost been live a whole hour. We'll do 11 minutes because we were 2 minutes late to our live stream.
Yeah.
So we'll be 2 minutes late to our patrons live stream too.
Yeah, Chris Davis says, with your cats around, do you ever have issues with mice? Ever encountered them in your rig?
No. We have never, ever had mice in our rig. Will you focus that?
No.
I know of people that have had mice in their rigs, and
knock on wood.
I actually am pretty sure that we have friends that have had mice in their rigs and they have a cat. So I don't know if just they were in an area that had a lot of mice and that's why they got it in there or anything. But we luckily have not had an issue. We have seen mice. lots and lots of mice. We've seen what is that? We have seen a kangaroo mouse.
Yeah, little.
Those
yeah,
are
those
adorable.
are so cute.
But we have not had any mice in our trailer.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that mice can tell that there are predators inside. We've got 2 cats and a dog, so a mouse probably gets near our trailer and then it's just like, nope.
Mm-hmm. So we unfortunately do have to skip a ton of questions.
It's all right. I'm already catching up.
I know, but we are going to be going live again tomorrow, and if we don't answer your question during this live stream, please feel free to come to our live stream tomorrow. It'll be a traveling live stream, so we're going to be on the road pulling our trailer behind us, and I will do my best to get to all of the questions on that live stream, because we can go live as long as we want on that one. This one, we can only go live for an hour because we have a different live stream we have to do as soon as we're done with this one. Yeah. So.
Brent Hart said, okay, tell the truth. Whose parents are secretly disappointed in the choice? I truly think you guys are impressive. Thankfully, none.
Yeah,
They're all pretty excited about what we do. My parents wish that we didn't live so far away from them now, because we used to live in the same city as them, but they're not disappointed in it. They are actually incredibly supportive. They just wish they could see us more often.
Yeah, and then my dad, he tells me, well, when we first hit the road, I think he was a little upset just because he was jealous. And he has said before that he's recently he's even said, I'm so jealous, but it's
in a good way,
it's like in a happy, he's really happy for us, but he's jealous type of way. And so at first I think he was personally just jealous and a little upset about that. But other than that, it's been just perfect. They are so happy for us and everything.
I want to show that, but dang it.
Okay, I saw someone, it's already gone, but I saw someone that asked, when is our live stream tomorrow? I don't know.
It's probably, we're going to be on the road let's think about this real quick.
Well, but we're going to be driving through the middle of nowhere for most of our drive.
That's true.
So,
we really don't know. That's a good point.
We really don't know.
It's going to depend a lot on how much signal we have.
It's going to be no earlier than 10, because I think earlier than that is too early for some people.
Definitely no earlier than 10 Pacific time. Yeah. And no later than 4, right? Yeah,
no later than 4 Eastern.
We might go live at 4 though. I don't know. It just depends on. We have no idea. Sorry, guys.
We know where we're going, and we know that we have excellent signal there. So we may end up, depending if we have no signal our whole drive, we may just go live after we get set up. So I don't know. Sometime between 10 and 4 Pacific time.
TB says, love your informative videos, especially the easy start for the AC and the solar. Sweetie needs a treat. Okay. All right, TB. I'll give her another treat.
Guys, Sweetie's gaining weight. She can't have too many.
Hey, if they're gonna ask to give her a treat, I'm gonna give her a treat. Sweetie girl. All right, pup. You gotta do a new trick. What did she? Oh, we'll show them this one. All right. All right. Come here. All right, sit. Back.
Oh, good
Down.
Girl.
Good puppy.
Good girl.
Right. Do one more.
One more?
One more.
David!
What? Sweetie girl. All right. Sweetie, come on. Good girl. Nope.
She missed.
She missed. All right. There we go.
So, when we were in Seattle, Washington over summertime, we took Sweetie in for a vet checkup. And we found out that she had lost. We don't have a scale in our trailer, so we can't weigh her all the time, which is what we used to do in our house. We'd weigh her and then change her food accordingly. And we found out that she had lost quite a bit of weight and that she needed to beef up a little bit. So since then, we were feeding her a cup and a half instead of just a cup. And David apparently didn't get that memo and has been feeding her 2 cups. And I can tell that she has chomped out just a tiny bit. So
fat, yeah.
So she's going back on a diet.
Come here. We're talking about you. Come on.
Talking on you.
We're talking about you. Yeah, so she's going back on a diet. She's getting a cup and a quarter of food at each meal until she thins out a little bit. Yeah, she can really tell that she's starting to get a belly. So
Yeah.
she's not like really big, but she's definitely like noticed.
She's not overweight by any means. It's just that we've noticed it, and it's to a point where we think that she should probably
lose some pounds.
lose
We are.
bit,
We're really aware of how much she weighs. We pay very close attention to it just because she's a Rottweiler and they're prone to having hip and shoulder issues.
And she jumps up and down off the bed a lot, and she jumps in and out of the trailer a lot.
Yep.
And so that means that she's putting a lot of strain on her hips and her shoulders. So, yeah, we're gonna put her on a little bit of a diet.
Yeah. What state is your favorite to camp and boondock in? I love the diversity of Utah, Arizona, and Colorado.
We've never been to Colorado, and we've only been to like one place in Utah. But we're gonna check out Utah more this year, and I'm really excited for it. And I think that Utah is going to be my favorite.
Yeah.
Like overall. But we've been in Arizona more than anywhere else. And there's a wide variety of options. So right now, based on the fact that we've been so many places in Arizona, it's Arizona. But once we see more in Utah, I think it's going to change.
I think Utah's my favorite to visit places in. But my favorite places to camp in has probably been Oregon.
We've only camped in one place, two places.
Fremont, Lanima? Yeah. Yeah, just like that type of forest is my favorite to camp in.
Okay. Oh, yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah.
I had to think about it. I was like, what are you talking about?
I know
Where are you talking about? We've camped there 3 times. You're right.
Do you ever let the kitties roam outside with parental supervision, of course? Do you have harnesses for them? So, one thing I do... Here, watch. So Alice gets to go on hikes and stuff with us, and we have many hiking videos where she comes along with us. Butters does not like to go on hikes. She is very much a homebody cat.
She's afraid of the outside.
Well, not always. Sometimes she'll stand by the door, kind of like what she's doing right now, right there, but she'll just stand there and stare at the door, and I know she wants to go outside, so then I'll just say, all right, come on, Butters, and she'll hop up onto my shoulder, and I'll just like hold her and we'll go outside, and she gets so happy. She like wants to check stuff out and sniff things and all that, but I don't set her down on the ground because
Thank you, Jeb.
Because then Jenny, yes, go ahead and set up, because then that could be dangerous. But we do take them outside. Alice on a harness, but not Butters, because she hates harnesses. She just goes dead weight like cats do.
We actually need to get a new harness for Alice because the one we have for Butters is too big for Alice, and the one we have for Alice is too small for her now. So.
Yeah. Pelletize says, would love to see a video about how you guys get internet, especially in remote places.
We actually made a video.
I know. That's what I'm getting at.
Oh, I just popped in my head.
You take care of what you're doing.
I got it.
So we actually... Here, I'll start this for you. Your internet. So we actually already have a video where we talk about how we get internet on the road. And so if you search Fate Unbound, internet on the road, that video will come up. And then we also have a video of the cell phone booster we have, so that we can boost weak signal when we're out in the middle of nowhere. And same thing, if you search Fate Unbound cell signal booster on YouTube, then that video will pop up as well, and you'll be able to get all that information.
Did you start it?
What?
It's not coming up.
Oh, it's weird.
Did you start it? No.
Yeah. I did, but it didn't go for some reason. Love that dang dog.
She's a pretty good dang dog. Did I just see someone say, let's go Patreon live, Tammy?
Yeah. Yeah, Jenny's setting up. That's why Jenny has kind of ducked out. She's setting up she's setting up the patrons only live stream right now. She's got to like do some stuff on her computer first before that's ready to go. Do you let people come into your rig? Does it smell like animals? If it does, how do you dispense the smell? So we let friends come into our rig, like people we know. Like if I just met someone, then no, they're absolutely not coming inside of my home, just for safety reasons.
We did have a full tour of our trailer at our very first meetup, though.
That's different. At a meetup and our trailers around, we sure do. But
it doesn't stink in here.
No. But does it smell like animals? It can get a little musty in here if we leave all the windows closed for too long. But when we're in a place like where we are now and it's nice and warm outside, we have all the windows open, so we get that nice fresh air coming in here, and then it doesn't smell like animals. But I mean, if all the windows are closed for days at a time, I mean, yeah, it would definitely smell like cats and dogs because we have, there's just so many animals in such a small space. But we open the windows for fresh air whenever possible. Kathy Wilson asks, how do I get to Patreon? Our page is www.patreon.com/fateunbound, all one word. So I probably can link it myself.
Can you?
I think so. Is it a forward slash or a backslash? Forward slash. Nice.
I have no idea.
All right. There you go. So it's not an actual link, but you can always copy and paste. And that'll take you to our Patreon page, Kathy. All right.
Okay,
Is it time?
I am prepared.
All right. Well, we are switching over to our patrons only live stream now. It's what we do every time we go live on what is this? The
second Monday of the month.
Yeah, we go live the second Monday of every month at 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern time. And we go live for an hour. And then after that, we have our patrons only live stream, which is what we're switching over to right now.
We do that
so we can hang out with them. Yeah. But
and talk about food.
Yeah. This started already. But anyway, if you didn't get your question answered today, we're going to go live tomorrow while we're traveling to our next destination. So we'd love to hang out with you guys then also. But that's all for this live stream, and we'll catch you guys later.
Yeah,
bye.
Bye.